Yeah, what's up, YouTubers, Facebookers? It is Facebookers. I like that. This is Evolve Living. If you're here, you're looking for logical, factual. Wait, how's it go? If you're here, you're looking for logical. If you're here, you're looking for actual, factual. There we go. Actual, factual, logical answers. So if you're here, you're looking for logical. Fuck. I don't know how much of this you can hear. Anyway, I just had the perfect conversation with someone. Some people might argue that it's perfect because he didn't do much talking, he did a lot of listening. But when one person has the girth of the information, one person should be giving the information, the other person should be listening. That's how shit is taught. But anyway, this is how it goes. I was talking to Miguel, a person he had left a link on somebody else's, a comment on somebody else's. There's going to be some editing done for this video. But I came across Miguel on somebody else's post. And he said, I left him a link. He said, hey, what's the link you left about? I can't view it on my phone. I said, it's about the system and how it actually works. Have you ever wondered, besides us letting them, what gives them the authority to put us in jail or take kids from parents? He said, yeah, so what's with the pic of the city type thing on the water in your pics? I said, oh, that's the future if we stop fucking up. There'd be cities like that located all over the world like there is now, but they would be designed better using current and new updated technology. For instance, shower and sink water being stored for toilet water use. You don't care what kind of water carries your shit away as long as it goes, right? Laugh out loud. Simple changes in our tech use can make life here unimaginably better. We don't even have to change the other stuff like what kind of music we like or what religion a person is or if they're gay, as long as people agree to not hurt each other and try to live in peace as we do now, but have less laws because money will be gone. Damn, some crazy shit. So does this relate to the 2012 end of the world thing? I said, yes, but the positive word is that all things you may have heard have the truth hidden in them. There is a God, it's you, because if He is everything, He is you, and you are Him, we are one. You are great and not going to any hell you don't want to go to except for this one, of course, laugh out loud. The world as we know it has no choice but to end, but that does not mean you or anyone else has to die, except for everybody who's scheduled to die that year already in the divine plan. I have done extensive research and I could still be wrong. Did you know your name is Michelangelo, or the angel Michael? That's dope. But using LOGiC, my best fucking friend, I can say that I have no clue what's going to happen on December 21st, 2012. He said, yeah, I did. What's so cool about it? His name. It's crazy. I've thought of all this before, and you're like phrasing my thoughts. Laugh out loud. I said, but these are scientific facts I have gathered. Our religions are all based on either the astrological signs, meaning Taurus, Libra, Capricorn, or they are based on primitive ideas of higher alien intellect, which is pretty much the same thing. Our ancestors made up myths about the relationship between the divine and ourselves. Some really smart assholes gave it more structure and some very clever rules to follow to confuse each generation's citizens, and we are fond of and good at doing it to ourselves and our kids, like Zeus, Cupid, Jesus. These same misunderstandings is what is causing the problems of our world and our illusions of what will happen, because no one can agree on what did happen. Everyone claims their book has it, but those books all have different shit. Someone is wrong, and this new method of logical thinking allows you to see what is really important. You, good old you, and me, and all of us. But back when I said no one knows what will happen because no one can agree on what did happen, if you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it. Period, point blank. And then I said, well, thank you, because I've been told that I phrase other people's thoughts very well. And it's the truth, and that's because it's the truth, free of me trying to sell you something or change your core beliefs. I just appreciate you hearing me out and having questions. I can honestly say that everything you find on my show and what my Evolve Living groups talks about is the sickest collection of good information on this planet to evolve us to a point of peace that exists outside of popular opinion or how others think you should behave. The walls are already crashing down with the rise in homosexuality, lack of political opinions, or even the care of, humoring the system. And a lot of people are giving up on trying to impress the world and focus on living. Others are blind and have bought the ideas of others, how they should dress, what they should listen to, how they should live, which is why there seems to be two sides. But the other side wants the same things as we do. They just have been trained to think there's only one or a few ways to get it, be God or a government. He said, so what's so cool about my name translated into English? Michelangelo, Angel Michael. I said, to me, it's just a cool name. My name is Michael. He said, oh, laugh out loud. Well, yeah, some good stuff you got. Hopefully more people take time to listen. I said, the show I do helps people to use logic or a more logical mindset when arriving at opinions about how the world should operate based on a single goal, doing whatever is necessary to keep our species alive and doing better, not dying and doing worse. I can say without any doubt that the people of the system that I am talking about, a resource-based global economy, would have no problem changing its system's ways in order to make sure the species survived or just to make it do a little better. They would change whatever was necessary. Why don't we? Because the majority of people believe that they can only be saved by someone or something else, when the responsibility was, and always has been ours as a whole and as individuals. Why? Very much. Oh, thank you very much, man. I'm gonna make a vid about this convo for you. Do you mind if I use your first name? So this is basically how the conversation ends. And then I told him something from the strawman video. When the system asks you, do you understand? When the cop or the judge asks you, do you understand? What he's really asking you is, do you stand under his authority? Do you stand under the authority of the system? He's asking you a straw man. He's asking you a real person if you're going to take up, if you stand under your straw man. Like, do you stand under the authority of the straw man and everything that comes with it, the legalities of it? So this is what I'm talking about. Whatever they're talking about is bullshit. But this is Evolved Living. And I want to thank Miguel because he brought out a very massive amount of tight information from me. And he said, nah, I'm going to say fuck a cop. Aha. I said, aha. Yes. Fuck them. That's the worst type of brainwashed people. Brainwashed people. But yeah, this is basically what I'm telling him, and I'm glad he just had he had all the perfect questions, and they were short and sweet, and he knew what he wanted to know, and I know what needs to be said in order to, I know what he's looking for. He's looking for logical, actual, factual answers. And if we can't find actual, factual, logical answers, the least we could do is find actual, factual, logical questions. So stay tuned. And you're going to want to check that straw man video out. I put that right here, right there. And you're going to want to check out the resource-based global economy video, or videos. There's one right there, and the Zeitgeist addendum somewhere up there. There's a lot of information out there that's good information about what we need to do. Because nobody knows what's going to happen on 2012, unfortunately. And the people who do aren't telling us, if they do. If anybody knows, they're not telling us. And we have to operate under the assumption that 2012 will never occur, and that greenhouse gases will destroy our ozone layer and cause global warming, and trash will be littered all over the planet, and cars will be littered all over the planet, and people will be retarded, and kids will grow up retardeder than they ever have been, and with more benefits, technology and all that shit, and we will just spiral into this shithole of global depression for as long as it takes for people to snap out of it. I guess we got to go through the 5 steps before we heal ourselves, or the 7 steps, or whatever the fuck. Denial and all that shit. Now we're going through the depression stage. But at some point there is the awakening stage where everybody is going to awaken, and that's supposed to be what 2012 is about, Miguel. It's supposed to be about everybody waking up and having a higher consciousness due to the scientific fact that our bodies, our beings, our spiritual beings, our physical beings, and our planet, and our physical planet, and the spiritual planet, and all that shit will be in a different address, in a different neighborhood of the solar system, the Milky Way, and the Milky Way will be in a different neighborhood in the overall universe. So I and we're having a baby soon, and I just can't fear the end of the world coming, everybody dying and the revelation there, God coming back and shit like that. If God would allow me to have a baby and then take it away 6 months later for whatever reasons, is retarded. If they're, so I can't believe that. I have to operate under the assumption that not only may we evolve to a resource-based economy, but I have to operate under the worst assumption, which is how a person should operate, under the furthest worst. What's the worst that can happen? Operate under that assumption, and you will always come out on top. I'm operating under the assumption that we will never get it together, and that we will always be living in a fucking monetary system. That's how I'm coming into this. I'm making all my decisions based on that, for my kid, for my family, and everything, where I'm going to be next year, and from then on, I'm making all my decisions based on that, not if God's going to come back or if the world's going to end. So that's just how logic goes. It doesn't always give you the answers, but it helps you navigate not knowing. So I'm going to dip out on that with all my tight words and shit. So, keep that shit real. Y'all be safe.
You just want your rights, right?
Yes.
What rights do you think that you are being denied?
That everybody should love a man and a female